Hi friends, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through what I call my good midlife crisis, where I am working on my financial, physical, and mental health. This video is going to be a financial health check-in. This video is when I first realized that I needed to get my poop in a group, which is what I am calling this. And I started working on my financial health and I signed up for an app called YNAB. I posted part one of this last week and I will link that below. And this is going to be part two. So in my last video, the video that I'm fixing to play right after my intro is me 2 years ago. This was me in April, no, what month? August of 2020. And this is when I first started. And I'm going through my thoughts. I am sitting in a car, so I'm sorry for the audio quality, but that was the only place I was comfortable recording at the time. I wasn't yet comfortable recording in my house in front of Nathan. I don't know why. Um, and now I totally am. So it's whatever. He's not here, but I am still comfortable recording in front of him. So I have a lot fewer car videos than my old ones. And I didn't have a channel at the time, so I wasn't doing anything with them. But anyway, I recorded it, and I'm glad I did. And I also was keeping notes and took screenshots of what my YNAB looked like. So if you are new to my channel, I have a whole playlist of my YNAB, which is You Need a Budget. It's an app that I use for doing my digital cash stuffing and keeping track of my expenses and my payments and my finances. I have a whole playlist and I will link it below so you can see where I am currently. But this is just me going back and showing you where I started because in all of my videos, I go on and on and on about how much YNAB has changed my life, how it's changed my outlook on money, how it's changed how much money I have, my savings, everything. It has changed everything. And this is my way of showing you how it changed because if you are where I was when I first started, I really hope that this encourages you to get started. And I know that YNAB can be a little pricey. It is around $100 for an annual subscription, but you can break that up into little chunks. You can do it monthly if you're not able to come up with the $100. When I first started, fortunately, I think it was like 80 something dollars. And so I just paid it all at once. It wasn't easy, but I did it because I knew that this was something that I needed to do. And then I started a sinking fund for it where every month I put away like $9.20 a month. For now, it's $9.20 a month to get to the rate that it is now, which is just about $100. Um, but if you click the link in the description box below, you will get 34 days for free. And then if you like it and sign up and you've used my link, you'll get an additional 30 days for free. And so will I. So anyway, without further ado, here comes Becky from 2020. And then I'll come back at the end and share my screenshots with you.
Hey guys, I am making part two of my budget journey. I am actually not re-recording my getting started for the very first time. I recorded that video 3 times, so I figured if I didn't get it, it didn't need to be said. So now it is August the 27th. Yesterday I received and budgeted my second paycheck for the month, and I'm not gonna lie, well, it was the second one for the month. It was a little bit discouraging to not have. I watched my age of money. If you use YNAB, they calculate how old your money is. It went from 9 days to 6 days. But that's okay because that means that the money that I had budgeted and set aside to pay the bills that were due out of this check came out of last check like they were supposed to. So that's a good thing. And I still have just about the same amount of money left at the end of doing all of this budgeting as I did at the last one, and this is my small check. So it's a little bit discouraging to watch that drop, but at the same time, I know that I am moving in the right direction. This is the very first time that I was able to plan ahead for credit card payments. I have some auto things like I wear contacts and they come off of a credit card automatically because that's something when you're living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm sure I'm not the only person, but you know that you can't always guarantee that you're going to have $36 on the day that you need it for your contacts. And I am literally legally blind without my contacts, so it's not an option for me to not have those. So I have those come off of a credit card, and then I have my Audible subscription, which there's no excuse. I just like having Audible, and I don't always know I'm going to have $17 when it's time for Audible to come out. So those two things come, but with the way YNAB has you do your budget, when it comes out, that money comes out of the the budget category for that. So I have a contacts glasses category set up in my budget, and I put $36 in that category. And then when it goes onto the card, onto my Visa card, it automatically transfers when I enter that transaction. Transfers from my glasses contacts category up to the credit card payment. So when I make a credit card payment, it doesn't only have the payment that I said I was going to be making for that month, which I've been making regular payments. I mean, I'm not late with any of my cards. I just have a lot of money on my cards, so it's taking forever to pay them down. So the money that I had budgeted to pay that card, plus any transactions that I did that month, plus any interest fees that were added that month, all of those. So yesterday I have one card, for example, that I normally was paying $40 a month on, but when I put it in YNAB, it suggested that I send $50 and something cents to get it paid off by the day I said I wanted to pay it off by. And then I added the interest fees, and I didn't have any actual transactions because I'm trying really hard not to use my cards if I don't have to. But anyway, I would normally have sent $40. Sorry, you're all falling. I would normally have sent $40 as a payment for this check, for this card, and I ended up sending almost $70. And so I'm very glad that I have this app, because otherwise I would have just spent $40 and I would be not any closer to getting it paid off than I was, and I would have new debt because the interest fees were on there. So it's a little discouraging because I have less than I want to have, less than I'm hoping to have, but I know that I'm moving in the right direction, and that is a positive thing, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited for my next check, which is the check that, I mean, I don't get it till the 10th, so I have like 16 more days before I get paid again. But I'm excited for that check because that's the one that I normally have some fun money left over at the end, and that's where I'm going to be able to put some more into the categories, my true expenses categories. So, like my pet emergencies and my auto maintenance and my savings, just my emergency fund and things like that. So I'm excited to get these things done, and like I mentioned in my last video, I am only 7 months away from paying off this car, Lord willing. So after I make my next check and I make my next payment, I'll only have 6 more payments to make on this car, and I cannot wait for that. I'm so excited, and hopefully after that's paid off, then I can start working toward getting a month ahead. So that is just a quick update. I'm going to try to figure out how to do inserts so I can post the screenshots that I've taken, and also edit out the background noise, because I have decided it's not the air conditioner, it's just me driving 60 to 70 miles an hour going into lamp houses to see my parents. Road noise is just gonna be loud. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit these, even if it's just for my own watching, which I don't know yet, but even if it is just for that, I want to edit these. I want to figure out how to do it. Okay, y'all, I will talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, so here is the screenshot of what my YNAB looked like on the day that I got paid for the second time using YNAB. So this was August the 25th, 2020. I think I wrote that down. I know I did. Where did I write it? Why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. This is YNAB Journey, second check, August 25th, 2020. And so this is what it looked like. My paycheck came in, my bills came out, and my age of money dropped to 4 days. And as you just heard, I was a little bit disheartened to see that age of money drop, but I was trying to keep in mind that that just meant that the money that I assigned was doing what I had assigned it to do. Because if you remember from my last video, what I had left was $500. Hang on, so let me scroll back up because technically it's all on the same page. I'm just doing it in different videos. So my last check, I had $506.56, but if you remember, we still had all of these bills to pay that hadn't come out of that money yet. So now that my bills had hit and I got paid, I still had things to come out, but most of the bills were paid at this point, and I still had $282.22. Y'all, I had $282.88, and I'd spent almost $300 on dining out at this point. Y'all, there's a weird, maybe I should go close that blind. We'll see. Um, anyway, I had some fun money left, but really nothing left for groceries, but it was the end of the month. So we were doing pretty okay. But yeah, this is what I was when I first started, with under $300 left after my paycheck, and that's basically only because I was using YNAB and I had these monies now I was starting to save. So there's $75 I was saving here and $57 I was saving here, and that's really it. The rest of the money was all set aside for payments. So let's see what my notes were. And my notes are pretty much going to be, again, the majority of my expenses are going to be my once a month expenses. These were my payments. These were my subscriptions and my credit, not my credit cards, my rent, my utilities, my internet bill, my things like that. That's what these once a month are. Throughout the month, that's going to be my groceries, my dining out, my fun money, things like that. And then the surprise expenses, that's what I categorized as the things that popped up that I wasn't, that you don't normally plan for. So let me see what I had at this point, because it's changed so much. It's been 2 years. Surprise expenses, I had my YNAB, my car repair, my pet expenses. So it was probably mostly pet expenses. Stuff I forgot to budget for, and gifts. Well, it was probably mostly gifts and pet expenses. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at that. I still had $7 left in my giving. I didn't spend $100 on giving. That doesn't happen anymore. But I think my actual goal was $50, so I did still overspend. Ugh. Anyway, somebody pointed out that I probably do giving to get that fulfillment of spending money without feeling guilty about it, and you're absolutely right. I absolutely recognize it about myself. I enjoy giving people. I would prefer to buy something for somebody else, because when I buy it for myself, I feel guilty. So yes, I absolutely see that being a thing. But at the same time, I also currently right now have a lot of things going on, like my nephew's baby shower, and I have 2 weddings coming up, and I have a lot of things that I actually legitimately need to buy gifts for. So, it's not just me spending money on other people. I do have things, but yes, you are right. I do absolutely spend money on other people, because it feels good to spend money on other people. So my notes, I said, let me zoom this out just a little bit, or yeah. It is a little discouraging to see the age of money drop from 9 days when I entered the check to 4 days now that my bills are coming out. But I know that just means the money that I budgeted last check towards bills due this check are doing their job. So I understood why it was happening. I didn't like seeing it happen, but at least I was still trying to get into the YNAB mindset of, I set aside this money for a purpose and now it's being used for that purpose, because up until this point, I was just used to looking at my checking account and going, oh, look, I have $500. Let's go shopping. As opposed to looking at my checking account going, I have $500, but 497 of those dollars are assigned to do something else. So I really have $3 to go shopping if that's what I want to do. I was still not in that mindset, but I was working toward it. And that's what this is. And then again, I'm still saying this. Like I said, this was the first thing I noticed, and it's 2 years later, and I'm still noticing this. I am very impressed with the credit card payment behavior changes this app has me focusing on. I know it's like, and I said, I know the balances look like they've gone up from the initial check, but that's because I had entered the payments wrong. I had entered the amounts wrong when I set up my credit card. So I realized I entered the post payments amount and then entered the payments, and the balances were all off the first time I did it. Um, and then I gave the example, and I think I gave an example in the video you just watched as well. You will see that I have $52.18 budgeted toward my Amazon Visa card payment. This is because I had a couple of monthly charges clear onto the card this month. I will also add the interest as a charge once it hits. Then I will make the payment from my next check, so I won't only send $200, which is what my minimum was. I'll send $200 plus the $52.18 plus the interest. This way, I won't have any new debt, and I'll be paying down the previous debt. Prior to YNAB, I was not doing this. It never even occurred to me to do this. And you may already be doing this, and that's awesome. I was not. So this was a very big revelation for me, a very big thing. So let me see where my credit cards were, because again, this is all different now. There it is. My Chase Amazon, you see I had $52.18 budgeted toward it. And that was just what was ready to be paid from expenses that I had put onto that card. Okay. I think that is going to sum it up. Also, I have no idea in that video, because I just watched it as well, why I kept saying interest fees instead of interest. Don't know what I was doing. I think I said it once and then I got it in my head and then I couldn't get it out. So instead of saying interest, I kept saying interest fees. But that is going to do me for this one. This was my second paycheck that I put into YNAB. So my mindset was shifting. I was trying to get into the YNAB way of thinking. And my age of money was fluctuating because it was still very new. But this is what I am saying when y'all look at my current YNAB videos and you see that I have like, you know, $2,000 in my checking account, and that's not including my, you know, over $1,000 I have in my savings account. I have not always been there, and the only reason I am there is because of YNAB. I would not have gotten there without this app. So that is why I love this app so much. Again, I promise they don't pay me, but if you're interested in this, there is a link in the description box below, and you can try it out for 34 days for free. If you've clicked on my link and at the end of the 34-day trial you decide you like it, you will get a free additional 30 days. So you will get 64 days of this for free. Because you've used my link, it will also give me 30 days for free. So thank you very much. And then everybody gets YNAB and everybody can help build a better and more secure financial future. All right, y'all, I hope you are having a fantastic day. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And if you are interested and you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, y'all. We are like 8 people away from 500 subscribers. Like, seriously, like 8 or 9 people away. I'm super excited and I can't wait to get there. Anyway, okay, I hope y'all are having a fantastic day and I will talk to you later. Bye.